Hello everyone, this is Bradley Allen Hensley, 2016 Presidential Hopeful. I'm making this video for twofold. One, I want to express my deepest and saddest condolences to Junie Laura's family, aka CHYNA's family. I met her more than a few times. I considered her a friend. Her passing has definitely dimmed the brightness of this world. She was a one-of-a-kind star who went out too early, and I'm truly saddened by it. The world is a colder place because of it. But I hope and I pray that she will finally find the peace and the happiness that she was looking for in this life. That being said, the other reason I'm making this video is not such a nice reason. I'm making this video because, well, it's come to my attention through Facebook, an article on Facebook, where a black person is quoted as saying, all white people owe reparations. Bullcrap. Point blank, weapons grade bullcrap. There ain't a white person alive today who owes a damn thing to a Latin or black man, or even an Asian American or anything. Ain't no one alive today owes anyone anything except respect, if they own it. Because respect, like a good 4-lane, 2-lane highway or a good back road, is two ways. You want respect, you gotta give respect. To get it, you gotta give it. Simple, but true. This is just another blatant example of how this country has went from being racist against blacks to racist against whites. Done a complete 180 on the subject. White people want to say black people want to say Black Lives Matter. And we want this, we want that, we want this, we want that, give us this, give us that. If you're white, you owe us this, you owe us that. Bullshit. All lives matter. White, black, yellow, orange, red, and white, bloody polka dots. All lives matter. And no one on this earth owes anyone anything. But if we want to get on the subject of who owes people what, then let's look at the statistics of welfare. Who's been on it longest? I believe that might just be Latin and Black Americans. If that's the case, well then they owe white people, they owe the taxpayers a lot of money back. It's black drug dealers living on welfare who make all this money under the table selling drugs, but yet they get like $1,500 in food stamps a month because they have kids. What's up with that? A friend of mine barely gets by on his disability and Social Security. It's my running mate, Scott Holmes. And he only gets $84 or $94, something like that a month in food, which is wrong. It's things like this that really piss me off about black people, Latin American people, anyone, whites, Anyone who says someone else owes them anything is full of crap. No one on this planet owes anyone else anything except respect. Respect is something we should all owe each other, and it's something we should all give each other, so long as it's warranted. I, myself, start everybody out that I meet, I start them all out with about yay much respect. It can grow or it can shrink and die, all depending on the person. Now, if I get elected, I will say this. I will do everything in my power to make equality of all races work. It will not be blacks getting put down by whites. It will not be black and whites putting down any other race. It will be you're white and you beat up a black man, hate crime. If they want to throw that statue in, it's a hate crime. But if you're a black man beating up a white man, hate crime statute will apply. If you're a white man beating up an Asian man, same thing. Asian beating up a black man, same thing. Hate crime, hate crime, hate crime. Where it's applicable, a hate crime statute will be affixed. No matter what race does the beating. If you're a man and you sexually assault a woman, you're looking at a very bad thing happening, because I will make it my prime purpose, one of them anyway, to pass a law that states simply this. You rape a woman, that woman gets to rape you with whatever she wants. Within reason. She can't take a 50-inch pipe and shove it up you, but you get the picture. If you molest a child, you will be tortured slowly so that you can see the pain and suffering you caused said child. You want to think being a pedophile has no consequences. It's a victimless crime. Well, I really love the kids, so it's okay. Look at the Greeks. Yeah, let's look at the Greeks and the Romans who did that, and how messed up this society was, and how this society now is dead. The empire has crumbled. I tell you this, if I'm elected and you're a pedophile, best thing that can happen to you is you commit suicide. Otherwise, whatever you did to that child will be done to you times 20 to the third power. If you did it for 2 months, you're looking at 7 to 8 years of having it done to you. I don't care. Man, woman, whatever. You molest a child, this is what's going to happen. Now, I might be losing some people in this aspect, but I don't care. Equality means equality. The molestation and abuse of our children is something that I feel personally we need to take a much tougher stance on. But at the same time, it goes without saying, or should, that abuse, you'll receive the same treatment. But at the same time, I'm going to make it my sole mission to give back the power and authority to the parent to correct their child. The child talks out of turn, you will have the right to discipline. To discipline your child. child runs away and comes home, you can discipline them. You tell the child they're grounded for 2 weeks and they go out with their friends and come home, you will have the right to discipline the child. You will not have the right to beat the child or to draw blood on the child unless the child is trying to kill or hurt you with a weapon. But you will have the right to whoop them. Give them a slap across the head, back of the head when they need it. Maybe even a slap to the face if they really need it. And my, that's not beating, that's correction. A slap of the hand, that's not beating, that's correction. I was abused as a child, so I know what it is. There's also emotional and mental abuse. Well, if I'm elected, I will make emotional and mental abuse the same as physical abuse. And anyone found guilty of abuse of a child in any way, the child will be immediately removed from their custody. The first time, they will have a chance to go to counseling and get the child back. The second time, it will be a lengthy counseling and it will involve prison time. But they will have a chance to get the child back. If there's a third time, they never see that kid again. In fact, they give up any and all rights to said child. And if they have any others in the future, they are watched. And the first sign of abuse on their part that can be proven, they will lose that child and all rights as well. Now, if it's the father beating the kid, the mother can tell the father, get out. If the mother wants to keep the child, keep the father out. That's simple. It may seem harsh, but it's a way to start fixing our country, ain't it? We stop people abusing our children. We put the power of correction back in the parents' hands. Not just for blacks or Mexicans or Latin Americans or Asian Americans, but all Americans. White, black, Latin, orange, yellow, with green and white polka dots. Who cares? All parents will have the right to discipline their child. Because if we look back at our history, just back to the 80s or the 70s, hell, even part of the 90s, the early part of the 90s, we can see that when the parent had the right to discipline their child, children going to prison for major crimes was unheard of, almost. Teenage pregnancy, very low as well. You know, a lot of these bad things that's happening regularly now, it was cut because the parents had the power. I will also make it a punishable offense that if your child misses X amount of days of school without proper reasons, like you send them to school and they just don't go in and they walk away, that child can be charged with truancy, which is a crime. I will make all schools in this country start the exact same month and end as close to the same time as we can get. I understand northern schools, eastern schools, northeastern and all that, you're going to have snow days and stuff like that. So the northern schools will have where there's snow days, will have a date set to end. The rest of the states where there's no snow days or anything like that will have another date set to end. But they will all start on the same day. And we can either do that or we can do school all year round. During the summer, we only give them a half day of school, but still, all year round that they would go to school. I will look into funding and opening possibly more vocational schools. I will give money as much as we can find in the budget through trying to fix things and trim fat off other places to education. I will do what I can to fund to get jobs for Americans and not have them outsourced but stay in this country. Basically, I pledge to you and I promise you this: if I am elected, if me and my running mate are elected, we can promise you this: we will do everything in the power of that office to bring back America to the number one position, and we will undo every single unconstitutional, illegal thing that has been done under this administration. We will take away the 100-mile Constitution free zone. Because it's illegal. It's unconstitutional. We will deport illegals. You had a child to stay in this country? Fine. Child stays here. It's an American. You. Bye-bye. You want to come back to my country? To our country? You do it the right way. Through the right channels. Now, there are going to be circumstances where it won't do to do that. They'll get amnesty because of X, Y, and Z reasons, but they will have to prove the reason. I just say, oh, well, I was persecuted for religious purposes. Amnesty. No. Well, I've been here 10, 20, 30 years, and no. I don't care how long you've been here. You want to be in my country? You come here legally. Get the fuck out. And stay out. Alright. The jobs that the illegal aliens take for a lot cheaper wages could go to Americans who want to better themselves, who want to raise a good family and everything, who want to work and make money. Simple, my book. But these are just some of the ways that if elected, I will try to fix this country and get it back to number one. If you agree that the Constitution of our country is extremely important in what we should govern ourselves by, like our forefathers wanted, then vote for me and my running mate by writing us in as a write-in candidate, or vote Trump. He seems to be on the same track as me. But I would say write me in as a write-in candidate. Even though I know my chances of winning are slim to none. Still, the point is the point. Some of the people that I will ask to be in my cabinet are Jesse the Body Ventura, Steven Seagal, my little brother Guy Bouillet, and some others that I feel will do us justice. and help our country. But I will make it legal in at least, the very least, the lower 48 states. I will make marijuana legal, and that will help with the deficit problem in a big way. We will grow it, package it, sell it, tax it just like cigarettes. I've seen what it's done for the states that have done it. I've seen what it can do for the economy. So why not do it on a grand scale? The U.S. We can try it for 2 years. If our economy doesn't improve, then we can end it and have it only for medical purposes. But that's just my thoughts on how I could try to fix my country, our country, the greatest country in my book, America. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, my name is Bradley Allen Hensley, 2016 presidential hopeful. And again, I would like to send out my sincerest and deepest sympathies for the family of Joni Laura, aka, which is also known as CHYNA, the ninth wonder of the world. She was truly a pioneer and truly a beautiful woman, not just on the outside but on the inside. She was and forever will be dearly missed by her friends and family and those who knew her. Again, thank you for watching this video and have a nice day or night depending on what time you watch it. Thank you again.